Hey, why do you feel like you're failing as a husband and a father? In this video, I'm going to give you the answer to that question in a way that no one else has ever dared to. And by the end, you're not just going to understand why you feel like you're failing. You're going to see it for what it really is. The buried truth that no one gave you a damn manual for this stuff. No one taught you how to lead a family without becoming a shell of a man. And you've been bleeding quietly behind this fucking mask of strength while your soul is screaming for permission to just fucking feel something again. If you have ever looked at your wife and felt like she is slowly drifting off in the distance away from you and you don't know how to pull her back, if you've ever stared at your kids wondering if they'll remember you as the man who really showed up or the man who snapped all the time, if you've ever laid in bed next to your woman and the woman you swore to love, but you feel like a stranger in your own home, praying no one sees how close you are to burning it all down, then this one is for you. This one's raw, guys. And you're going to want to stay until the end because I'm going to show you the exact reason why this is happening and how to finally fucking shift it. Click the link in the description if you're ready, feeling that pull, and you're ready to book a free call with me, guys. Let's figure out exactly how to dismantle the reactive patterns that are silently gutting your marriage, your fatherhood, and your manhood before it's too late. So now let's get into it, okay? My name is Jason. I'm known as the Obstacle Remover, and this channel exists for one reason: to wake up the emotionally repressed, high-performing men who are quietly dying inside, so we can actually become emotionally jacked men who don't have to trade their power for their feelings. Men who can hold space for their wives' tears and their daughters' emotions without getting swallowed in their own shame. Men who feel everything and still lead with courage and presence and strength. This is about building a new brotherhood, a movement. And guess what, guy? It starts with you. So let's break this down. Why do you feel like you're failing? I'll tell you the reason, okay? It's not because you're lazy. It's not because you don't care. It's not because you're weak. You feel like you're failing because no one taught you how to win at this game. Do you even know what the game is? No one told you how to lead with love instead of control. No one modeled how to be strong without stuffing your feelings down into a concrete block at the bottom of your gut. I can guess that you were raised in a world that worshiped work ethic but shamed emotion, where dad went to work, mom handled the kids, and feelings were for girls, and therapy was for broken people. And now you're here, a grown-ass man trying to lead a family, run a business, be a lover, a protector, a provider, and an emotional anchor. All with the nervous system that's fried like a dollar store air fryer and the emotional intelligence of a traffic cone. And that's not your fault, brother. But it is your responsibility now. Sorry. The first time that I realized I felt like I was failing as a father, it hit me like a bat to the chest. I was standing in the kitchen looking at my boy, and he said something small, something dumb, like asking for more juice. And I just snapped. Not because of the juice, but because I had been bottling something up for so long. Whether it was shame, resentment, or just the weight of trying to keep it all together. And I don't know, I was secretly falling apart inside. And in that moment, I saw his face. That little micro expression that said, "My dad's not safe." And that 1 second broke me more than a decade of my own childhood trauma ever could. And that's when I knew this wasn't just about me anymore. And here's what I've learned since, guys. There are 5 symptoms almost every man who feels like he's failing as a father and husband carries around like a weighted vest full of bricks. You explode over small shit and then feel shame for days. You feel disconnected from your wife like she's not your partner, but your critic. You feel guilty every time you're working and resentful every time you're with your family. You avoid silence because when it's quiet, all your inner shit comes up. And then you secretly fantasize about just running away, disappearing, starting a whole new life. Because you don't see a way to fix what's slowly rotting from the inside. Any of that sound familiar? That means you're finally being honest. And the truth is, this feeling of failure isn't actually failure. It's just a signal. Look at it as just a signal. It's a call from your nervous system, somewhere deep in your body, that you're operating on survival mode from old programming, old wounds, and the outdated stories that you say you have to do it all alone. But you don't, man. And you were never supposed to. So let me give you a hard, brutal truth. Brutal honesty is so important here. Most men are reacting to their families, to their stimuli, not responding. And that's because they're parenting and partnering from a nervous system of a 7-year-old boy who never felt seen, safe, or supported. Now that boy learned how to protect himself. He learned how to put on a coat of armor. He learned to shut down, and now that boy's driving the bus. While you're out there trying to lead your family like a man. And that is the real obstacle. That's what is creating the disconnect. You're not really failing, man. You're just repeating a pattern that's not working. You're reliving a story that was never yours to begin with. You inherited this story from your father, who inherited from him this generational, emotional constipation. And it's time to shit it out finally, right? Figuratively. Unless you're into like metaphysical fiber supplements, then maybe literally too. Now here's the shift. I want to teach you how to do 3 things. First, regulate your nervous system. Second, rewrite the story you inherited. And third, reconnect with your family from a place of calm, clarity, grounded presence. So let's start with nervous system regulation, okay? If your body is in fight or flight or freeze mode, you can't access love, period. You can't connect with your wife if your brain thinks she's the enemy. You can't show up for your kid's meltdown if your own inner child is having a silent freak out because your dad used to beat you with a belt over spilled milk. You have to train your nervous system to feel safe in discomfort. Cold showers, breath work, exercising to failure, meditation that doesn't involve unicorns and incense. Guys, this is warrior training for the emotional battlefield of fatherhood and marriage. It's not soft, okay? This is savage. Now, second, you've got to rewrite the story. That means actually looking at your past, not just thinking about it while bench pressing your trauma. I'm talking about going back and meeting the boy inside of you, the one who felt like he had to earn love, who never got approval, who learned that emotions get you punished or ignored. You've got to hear his pain. You have to create a safe space for him, the space that he never had. Because until you do, that boy will keep running the show. Let me tell you, man, he is probably fucking exhausted by now. Now, third, you have to reconnect. You lead with truth instead of perfection. You start telling your wife what's real instead of trying to fix everything with silence. Sit with your kids and listen, not to correct, but to connect. Not to correct, but to connect. Do you got that? Connect. You let them see your humanity. not just your authority. And when you do that, guys, something changes. The house becomes lighter. Your wife starts leaning in instead of pulling away. Your kids start opening up instead of acting out. Not because you fixed them. They were never broken. But because you finally stopped running from yourself. And here's what I'll leave you with, okay? The deepest, hardest, most fucking brutally honest truth. You're not afraid of failing your family. You're afraid of being seen for who you really are. And still not being enough. Guys, that's the real obstacle here. That's the lie you have to call bullshit on. I'm telling you here, right now, you are enough. You just haven't healed the part of you that believes otherwise. So let me ask you this, and I want you to sit with it like your life depends on it, because it does. Honestly. What would it take for you to believe that you already are the father and husband your family needs? If you just got out of your own way. Guys, click the link in the description down below and book a free call with me, okay? Let's go a little bit deeper here. I'll walk you through the full analysis of your reactive patterns, and we'll dismantle them one by one. No bullshit, no fluff, just real, raw transformation. Or you can keep pretending it's not that bad until the day your wife says she's done. Fuck. It hurts. I've been there. You know what? Your kids, they can stop trusting you. Or you can look in the mirror and don't recognize the man staring back. I don't know. You choose. But make no mistake, your legacy is being written right fucking now. What story are you going to leave behind?